This time I'm doing a painting which is actually going to be raising a bit of money for charity in this case. Basically everybody is given the same size of canvas, which I think is 12 by 12. And then what happens is all the canvases from whoever, I mean it's open, it's an open competition, anybody can enter. All the paintings are exhibited in an exhibition, I think it's in October or November of this year, and each canvas is sold. Okay, well I'll just interrupt myself there and give you the proper details. The exhibition is called World of Difference. All proceeds go to SOS Children, and it's on the 19th and 20th of November at the Farnsworth Hall. There you go, there's all the details in Cambridge. 300 original works of art for £45 each in the competition, so I thought I'd have a go at it as well. And basically, because the exhibition is going to be in Cambridgeshire, I thought I would have a Cambridge themed painting, and also because it's going to be sort of in the autumn time, early winter, late autumn, I thought I would do an autumnal scene in Cambridge. And I thought, well, you know, it's probably a bit bland, it's maybe a bit run-of-the-mill, but I thought it would have probably a wider appeal in terms of the sort of people who are going to be going there, and obviously they want to raise money, so they want, you can't do anything too experimental or too outlandish. It has to be very commercial, I suppose is the word I'm looking for. So I thought, I came across this photograph which is a beautiful autumnal scene on the River Cam in Cambridge. I love the lighting and I love the colours, and of course anybody who knows my paintings will know I do like a bit of colour here and there, and this has got really strong autumnal colours. And I don't know if you remember, last year I did a painting of Wimpole Park. I can't believe that's a year ago, and then again that was a very autumnal scene. And this is just again, that was in Cambridgeshire, and here we are in Cambridge itself, and I thought this would be a really nice painting to do. And I came across this photograph quite a while ago actually. I was going to do it earlier in the year but just didn't have time, so I thought it's bank holiday weekend here in the UK, fancy making this my project for the weekend. So it has its own challenges, of course. I mean, it's got the reflections on the river, it's got the trees, it's got the colours, and there's lots of contrast. And I think the challenge is probably to create something that isn't flat looking. Sometimes I look at my paintings and think they're a bit flat, a bit too two-dimensional, instead of having a bit of depth and a bit of contrast there. So I look forward to the challenge of this, and I wonder, you know, in a few hours time what is going to develop on this, because it's always like going into a bit of an adventure and entering the jungle. You just don't know what you're going to come out with or encounter on the way, so I'm quite looking forward to this one. Okay, well, as you'll see, things have progressed a little bit. I'm now on day 2, looking even scruffier perhaps than yesterday. I was starting to get very frustrated with the painting yesterday, and I realised that I was out of my safe place, if you like, in my mind, to want to carry on doing the painting. I was getting frustrated with it, and I thought, now it's time to stop. So I've taken up the brush today, and I thought it would be a nice relaxing thing to do for part of today, and I'll do a little bit. I'm quite content to spend many days doing this painting until I get it exactly how I want. So I've been working a bit on the trees in the background. It's starting to take shape. I'm very pleased with it now. I've done a bit more work on the bridge, and it's starting to look a bit better. It's not exactly how I wanted, but things are progressing very nicely. So this painting might run for a little while before I get it exactly how I want it, but it's going well. I'm pleased. Right, well, I'm going to leave it there today at the end of day 2. I've been working a bit more on the bridge, and I've started to work on the river, which needs a lot more work done to it, because it's it's a very basic wash at the moment, but it gives me an overall view of perhaps what the painting will look like when it's finished. But I think in the meantime, I think I'll call it a day for today, and continue again tomorrow perhaps. Okay, well, this is day 3 on the painting now, and I've just been sort of adding a bit more detail, a bit more colours, and try and get some depth to the trees here in the background and the foreground, and work on the bridge a bit more and the reflection on the water. So I think I'm getting there. I think it'll probably need another couple of days work, perhaps maybe another day might finish it off, I hope. But I'm quite pleased with how it's looking. So far so good, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I might actually get it finished tomorrow. Okay, so this is day 3 now. I think I've taken it as far as I'm happy with. I've basically been working a lot on the reflection on the water, because that's an important part of the painting, and also the colours in the background, and just to try and give it some sort of 3-dimensional look. And I think I'm happy with it now. I think I'm going to leave it. It's that stage now where I'm going to stop and call a halt to it, and just live with it for a few days and see how I get on. But I think I'm quite pleased with it now, and I think I might just call it a halt there. Needless to say, I did end up tinkering around with the painting for a few days afterwards. This was the final product. I just added a bit more colour. I spent a few more days working on the bridge, and I have to say the eventual outcome was very pleasing.